delighted to have these wonderful guests here today. So Erica Armstrong and Jane Pinto are from First Crop, and First Crop is a proud partner of our She Recovers Foundation. Their mantra is healing people and planet, one seed, one soul, one regenerative act at a time. That's the mission statement of First Crop. Envisioned and co-founded by Jane Pinto, First Crop seeks to educate, inspire, and bring forth wellness products rooted in the regenerative power of hemp. So Jane Pinto is a true entrepreneur. She's dedicated her career to cultivating companies that look to match profits with purpose. Disrupting normal business norms, Jane creates cultures rooted in love and care. The She Recovers mission resonates deeply with Jane, and she'll tell you why. And she looks forward to sharing her story and how hemp and CBD have added to her forever evolving, beautiful life. Erica Armstrong is a VP of Product Development. A true innovator, Erica has dedicated her career to developing brands and trend-setting products. Leaving her successful career at one of the largest retail companies, Erica grounded the First Crop team in the belief that everything matters. From their packaging to their ingredients to their partners, Erica has developed a supply chain and product line rooted in sustainable regenerative action. So you can find out more about First Crop at firstcrop.com, on Facebook at First Crop USA, or on Instagram at firstcrop_. Delighted to have you here. Before I turn it over to Jane, I just wanted to say that at She Recovers, we believe that we're all in recovery from something and that we need to be supported to find and follow individualized pathways and pathways of recovery. And as part of that, we feel it's our duty to educate and to inform people in our community about all the various modalities and healing resources out there so that everyone can make an individualized plan for themselves in their recovery. We don't advocate CBD any more than we would advocate 12-step recovery or ayahuasca. We don't tell you what to do with your recovery. We just bring you the information, and then we expect that you're going to continue to do the research and make decisions about your own recovery based on your growing knowledge. So really delighted to have you both here, Jane and Erica. And Jane, I'm going to highlight you. I'm going to turn it over to you. You're going to have the full screen, and we look forward to hearing what you have to say to us this morning.
Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you to everybody at She Recovers. I have dear friends inside and have made dear friends at She Recovers. And I am so inspired by what you do and how you do it and who you all are. So thank you so much. I am Jane Pinto, and I come to you this morning aligned with so many of you and in your journey. Over 40 years ago was the first day that I walked in to get help somewhere. I walked into a place in Boston called Anorexia Nervosis Aid Society because I had ended up in the hospital and didn't really even know what was wrong with me. I was 20 years old. I'm 60 now. And it was really, I can see now, one of the most graced days of my life. I got the help and support that I needed. I was seen, I was heard. And Dawn mentioned that one of our mottos at the company is that everything matters. And that I got from my road in recovery. Every single step of the way, the last 40 plus years, one day at a time, I have needed every sister, every therapist, every treatment center for incest or whatever else I needed to deal with. I needed all the pathways, and I needed all the love and care and help that I could find and keep my heart open to. And I don't want to forget to say this, that if you're on this call, you're probably one of the most courageous people walking the planet, because it takes immense courage and true bravery and commitment and devotion to yourself and everybody in your life to walk this journey and to get well, to really get well, and to be well in all areas, your mind, your body, your spirit, my soul, I call it. And that's what this journey of sisterhood together is. I call it, we're sacred sisters. And I could not have done it. I mean, Erica's on this call. She is my sacred sister. Yes, we work together, but she is a part of my pathway to recovery. My highest life has come from bringing into my life what I learned in recovery, that everything matters. Every decision I make affects my sobriety and my wellness. Every decision I make affects all of you in some way. That's the way the world radiates. And to be on the highest path and to be somebody who is bringing the vibration of the world up, we have to be super courageous ourselves and become the holiest, and I don't mean religion, I mean the holiest, WHOLY, humans that we can be, women on this earth. And you know, just being a woman on this earth at this particular time is a part of our incredible recovery and regeneration. And that's why First Crop means so much to me. And I want to state and restate what Dawn said. We are not here to tell you to take CBD. It took me a long time to take CBD. I had to do my education. I had to do my research. I had to turn every rock over, and I had to become very comfortable. But when I learned about what hemp is, what a beautiful medicine it is out of the earth, rooted in wellness, and what it does for the planet, for all of our children who need us to be able to breathe here and live well here and happily and joyfully here, I realized that hemp is a miracle plant, and it is non-psychoactive. It keeps my sobriety intact. Yes, we need trust and transparency with all of these hemp companies, and I can only speak for ours, but I know that we brought into our culture the loving care that is our soil and how we treat each other and treat our planet, and then also processes and ingredients that Erica will tell you all about that change the world really, and change our bodies and change our wellness, and our holy path becomes wider and more expansive when we can learn about this plant and then make our own decision about whether it's the right thing for our recovery path. And please know that I am here. I don't want to take up too much time this morning, because what I wanted you to know about me is that I understand. I see you. I'm so grateful that if you're here, you're on your own journey. I am a sister to you. And whatever you learn here today, most importantly, what I want you to know is that Erica and I have brought our hearts to share with you, more than CBD, more than hemp, more than any product at First Crop. We have brought our souls so you can see us and know us as your sacred sister, and know that we're here for you as your sacred sister, and we know that you're here for us, and we'll learn together whether CBD and hemp is right for your path of recovery, and we honor whatever that decision is. But we're here just to tell you about this beautiful, beautiful plant and the miraculous properties of it for our bodies, our souls, and our planet. So I'm so grateful to have this time with you, and many blessings and grace to all of you.
Oh, Jane, thank you so much. What a beautiful way to get us started off. We just love you and adore you. So thank you. I've had the great pleasure of spending time in person with Jane, and I can't wait to do so again. So thank you very much, Jane. And over to Erica.
Thank you, my sister. I feel like I am on my path because of you, and just grateful for you every day. Whew. Okay, so Jane is clearly our guiding light, and she impacts every decision we make. So we've all adopted this motto, everything matters. And what that does is that creates our playbook. It creates our rules, things that we define that uphold our mission and vision. And so these are what we call our product pillars. Just a few to tap into and to acknowledge here is that we are USDA certified organic. Another one I want to draw your attention to is the third-party tested. We believe in transparency. We believe in education and empowering our customers to make the decision if this product is right for them or not. So later on in this presentation, I'll show you how to read those tests so that you can decide if this is something that feels safe and appropriate for your body. All the way from the soil and the water when the hemp seed is cultivated and grown to when it's harvested, through the entire product development process, we are constantly testing and sharing that openly with our community. Another one is expert formulated. We partner with our herbal expert, Lisa Gonora, and our dermatologist, Jason Pappenfuss, to ensure that our products are safe, high quality, and efficacious. And then last but not least, one of my favorite is sustainable recyclable packaging. I am a part of First Crop because I want to leave the world in a better place for my 2 children. And so we look at every single packaging. Is this sustainable? Can it be backyard composted? We stay away from certain inks and foils because we don't want to ever cause the ability to not compost. The majority of our packaging is glass. And so we really adopted this, like Jane said, everything matters. And we constantly question ourselves every step along the way. Does this add value? I thought I would start with just a little bit of hemp education, just so we can ground ourselves in really this new industry that is really not so new. And so I wanted to start with the endocannabinoid system. And when we think of bodily systems, we think of respiratory system, we think of digestive system. And there was a newly discovered major bodily system that was identified in the 1990s. And the endocannabinoid system, scientists are learning that it is a direct role in our homeostasis. So what does that mean? It basically allows our body and supports our body to stay in a space of balance, to regulate, to really support many functions, both brain and bodily functions, pain perception, memory, sleep, balance, mood. And what we're starting to show is that when our endocannabinoid system, is out of balance, we might experience things like nervousness. We might be a little bit more prone to stress or moodiness or sleeplessness. And this system has 2 main receptors. We have the CB1 in the darker blue, and really those are concentrated in the brain and the central nervous system. And then they're also present throughout some nerves and organs, but you can see really they flow throughout the entire body. The second is the CB2, and these receptors are really in the peripheral organs, specifically in the cells that are associated with the immune system. So you can see that this system of these 2 receptors run throughout our body. And again, its really main focus is to regulate the brain and body and bring and support a state of balance. And so how do we support our endocannabinoid system? With cannabinoids. Our body is making endocannabinoids. It's usually released during those wellness activities, those feel-good moments, whether it's for on a run, laughing with friends, cooking in the kitchen, meditating. It's naturally producing those. And oftentimes, we don't have the days where we're having those feel-good moments. Maybe we have an off day, an off moment. And so we're able to get cannabinoids in other places, in phytocannabinoids. And those are found in plants, mostly in green vegetables. It's also in dark chocolate, flax seeds, kava, and hemp. Hemp is a great source of phytocannabinoids. So this is a way to offset your body's ability to feed your endocannabinoid system and support your body. So what is CBD? CBD is a cannabinoid. It's called cannabidiol, and it is a component that is found in hemp extract. So hemp extract, you can think of it as a cookie, and it has many ingredients, many cannabinoids. The 2 most popular being CBD and THC. But the one thing that I think is the most important to note is that hemp extract as a whole and CBD are not intoxicating. They come from a very different plant. So there's a hemp plant and a marijuana plant, and CBD can come from either. Hemp and marijuana plants come from the same umbrella species, Cannabis sativa, but they're grown for different reasons. So marijuana is primarily grown for that THC, that intoxicating compound, where hemp is primarily grown for things like CBD, for fiber, for food, for pharma. And we are at First Crop 100% hemp derived. All of our CBD comes from hemp. What is the difference between CBD and THC? This was a big fear factor for me, being a mother of two, is I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be taking anything that was going to dull my senses. So these are two cannabinoids, very different cannabinoids, but they're both naturally occurring in the cannabis sativa plants, both in hemp and marijuana. But they can be confused oftentimes. The biggest thing to note is that THC is really known and produced to have that psychoactive, that notorious high that we hear, where CBD is non-intoxicating, non-psychoactive, and it has multiple health benefits. So will you get high from CBD? No, you will not. Again, this is not an intoxicating psychoactive component. There's a few different ways to experience CBD. The first one is full spectrum, and that's the majority of our products. And what full spectrum means is that we believe in the whole plant health. So when we are extracting the hemp extract from the hemp biomass, we believe that all of those cannabinoids work together to create what we call an entourage effect. So we believe that we don't want to alter or isolate any piece of the plant. We want to utilize it all. And one thing to note, there will be trace amounts of THC in this. The legal amount is 0.3% in the United States, and that is not a psychoactive amount. And one thing that's really interesting to note is there's some cool studies being done around the binding. And so the CBD is showing that it neutralizes that small trace amount of THC and will not allow it to bind to any of your receptors. The other way that you can experience CBD is called broad spectrum. So basically it's full spectrum minus the THC. So you're still getting all the great components of the hemp extract, but the THC piece is removed. When I talked about earlier that we believe in third-party testing, we believe that everyone should be fully educated and has the right to decide what works for them. So you'll notice on our packaging, we speak to a few different ways so that you can fully understand the product. First, on the front, you will not only see the amount of CBD that's in the entire container, but you'll also see down below how much CBD is in each serving size. So for example, the tincture down below says that it's a 25 milligram serving, and the capsule same, 25 milligram serving. You'll also notice that we have a QR code on all of our packaging. If you are able to scan that QR code, it will take you to the website and you can pull up multiple third-party tests. The one I want to draw your attention to is the potency test, where you can clearly see, I've highlighted in red, what is the THC content and what is the CBD content. Because again, a few of our products, the majority of our products are full spectrum. So jumping in to what I think is the fun part, this is our offering, and we created what we call need states. We wanted to create categories of products that would allow the customer to easily understand what would work into their wellness ritual. What I've highlighted in here is the Protect product up in the top middle of the page is a full THC-free product. So I'm going to go through each of the need states and help define what the ingredients are, what the formulas are, and the decision-making behind each one. But again, all of our formulas except for Protect are the full spectrum. So you will have the trace amounts of THC. However, again, CBD is non-intoxicating. So jumping right in, this is pure, clean, and simple. This is a great way if you just want to have a high quality organic cannabinoid into your wellness ritual. So I look at this as, the vitamin on the counter. If you want to just partake in having a small serving of cannabinoids in a really clean way, this would be a great one for you. All of our formulas are offered in a tincture, which is on the left, and a capsule, which is on the right. And what's really great is you can work through the different serving size. So for example, I'm really drawn to the tinctures because we have a graduated dropper in each tincture that allows you to find the serving size that's appropriate. So you can go all the way down to a quarter dose, which is typically what we recommend people start at, or you can use a capsule and try 1 to 2. So you really have a way that you can play and listen to your body's needs. Calm is our first functional formula. And again, this was when we worked with our herbal expert, Lisa Gonora. And what we've done with our functional formula is we've taken the natural attributes associated with hemp and CBD, and we've added adaptogenic botanicals. So what is adaptogenic botanical? Really simply, it is a botanical, an herb, or a mushroom that's going to support your body's ability to handle stress, to support your body's ability to come into balance. So that's ultimately what we're looking for. So our Calm line is really dedicated to that daily stress management practice. The tinctures and capsules on the left have ashwagandha and hemp extract that are going to immediately provide you that calming relief. I call it that exhale, that grounding feeling. But then we wanted to add linden flower and lemon balm that are really going to support your bodies and a deeper ability to support long-term effects of stress and really nourish that nervous system. Same with milky oat. This is a really great way to support your body in the long-term effects of stress. On the right, we bring you our first facial serum. So this was formulated by our dermatologist, and all of our topicals are not only organic, but also Leaping Bunny cruelty-free. So this is a perfect way to start your day. And we love pairing these two together because it's all about creating that moment and that pause for self-care. So this facial serum is going to be a really rich, luxurious experience in the morning. It's not only going to help reduce any kind of puffiness or redness in your skin, but it's also, with the resveratrol, going to provide some support for that sun damage and that pollution during the day. Again, it's just really encouraging that pause and that moment for yourself. Our next functional formula is Relief, and this is all about anti-inflammation. So supporting a healthy inflammation response through both ingestibles and a topical. The ingestible line on the left is going to be that Vana holy basil and that hemp extract are going to work together to give your physical body that relaxation, whether it's from intense exercise or whether it's just from aging. This is something that I personally take every single day. I just feel like I notice the way that my body moves as I'm aging and provides a little bit of comfort. The turmeric comes in as a really well-known detoxifier that's going to help support your liver. The ginger is going to stimulate your circulatory system. This is a really warming formula. Supports really beautifully with our therapeutic balm on the right. So this is very much like a massage or a muscle or joint care. So you're going to use it as a topical, obviously, and you're going to get that immediate icy hot experience that it's going to soothe the physical body. But then we've added sunflower and eucalyptus oil that are really going to support your skin's natural barrier. The menthol and mint are a nice, that cooling and warming sensation. And again, cinnamon to really support the circulation and increase blood flow to that specific area. The size of this product is really great because you can use it on its side and really work into any little crevices in the joints. You can also use the flat face just to provide the body the large surface, some physical care. Sleep, one of Janie's favorites. And when we were designing this one, I kept thinking of my sweet friend. So sleep is really our time to heal. It is our time to come in, to really remove the busyness of the day, to recenter and quiet our mind. But it's also really important for our mental clarity and our emotional balance. When we sleep well, that supports our ability to maintain an active, alert, and healthy immune system. So we were really excited to put forth a formula that was a plant-based option to either melatonin or some of the other more pharma prescriptions that are on the market. So we bring you a formula that really leads with valerian, hops, and hemp as some really natural, powerful sedatives. So those are going to work together to invite that first restful night's sleep. Hops is going to really inspire that relaxing of the physical body, help you relieve any tension. But then the chamomile and the lavender help quiet the mind, soothe the soul. This one is a really lovely, one of my favorites, really lovely formula. Again, really wanting to encourage that time for self-care. We have our second facial serum. So our renewal facial serum is all about finding that pause in the evening. It's that time to weave that thread of rejuvenation from maybe you're taking a little bit of the sleep capsule or the sleep tincture, and then you're going to provide some serum on your face to just provide some love and attention. This one's all about removing the day. So grapeseed oil is incredible for reversing any damage from the sun or the pollution, any UV rays. Jojoba and argan oil, really rich, luxurious oils, help your skin maintain moisture. And again, our hero ingredient, resveratrol. Last but not least is Protect. So Protect was our broad spectrum. So remember, that is all the components of full spectrum, but it is THC free. And this was our take on an immunity blend. So we wanted to bring something to the market that was going to really support the body's ability to fortify the immune system, but also add some additional care to the respiratory function. This is one that I could not love more. I take it, my husband and I take it every single day. It has aronia berry, shashandra. Those are really innovative herbs. The aronia berry is very similar to elderberry, so it's part of the rose family. So you're going to get those same experiences that you would get from elderberry. So that antiviral, antioxidant, that great boost for your immune system. The angiographis is an immunostimulant, but it's also a catalyst spark. So it helps the other herbs in this formula really come alive. And then spilanthes is actually one of my favorites. So it's often called the other echinacea, but it was our opportunity to make a more sustainable option. So spilanthes, you just harvest the flower, where the echinacea, you would have to take the root. So we felt like we wanted to go with something that would allow the plant to continue to grow. Again, another potent antiviral, antibacterial, and just really helps protect our body. This one was a very exciting offering. It also has hibiscus, which is great vitamin C, a little touch of vanilla. It's really quite delicious. And then last but not least, I know we're going to open up to question and answers, but one of the statements that we have at First Crop is we believe being well is really an act of love to yourself, to your community, to your family. And we believe that CBD can be a journey and can be an offering for bringing yourself into balance. So we have offered a 25% off to our She Recovers family. And so you can see the promo code right there, She Recovers 25. It's all one word, not case specific. But I've also included mine and Jane's email address. Please reach out to us if we can help you with questions, with feedback. If we really believe that we're on this journey together. So please reach out.
Oh my goodness. I just find this is one of the most educational sessions that we've been able to offer our community. And I'm so grateful, Jane and Erica, for your ability and your openness to be here and help us walk through this. I think it's so important. Also incredibly grateful for your partnership and for all that you have done for our foundation. And I look forward to continuing. Everybody's agreeing how wonderful this was. As I'm speaking, I want to just remind everybody that if you are in the United States, you can find these products on firstcrop.com. And if you purchase them and you are in the US, you can use a discount code She Recovers 25. No spaces, no dots, no nothing. And I really do hope that you do take advantage of that really generous offer if you have been interested in CBD. Erica's great and she makes herself extremely available if you have questions, other questions. Erica, can you share your email address?
Sure, it's earmstrong@firstcrop.com.
So easy.
Yeah, you can even go on the First Crop website and just fill in the contact page and it will get filtered to me. But Dawn, Lisa, it is such an honor to be with all of you. Thank you.
Yes, yes, we love you guys.